It's a wonderful day, isn't it? Sun's out, no real breeze to speak of, Mum making delicious breakfast, lunch and dinner, and Arsenal beat Liverpool 2-0. Arsenal were just too good for Liverpool. Come on, that was kind of funny, wasn't it? No? Alright, well, we'll get on to the game then. It's a big game for both clubs, Liverpool and Arsenal going into the game without any wins. Liverpool coming off a loss and a draw, and of course everyone knows Arsenal coming off 2 straight draws, 2 0-all draws. Going into the game though, I was fairly confident. I thought with Liverpool, you know, pushing hard up forward, they're going to expose their defence, and that's kind of how the game turned out. They dominated possession for large portions of the game. I mean, the commentators were saying that, you know, Liverpool seemed like the better team. I didn't think they were. Just the fact that they had more possession doesn't mean that they were the better team. I mean, us Arsenal fans, we know better than other fans that it's not about the possession, it's about what you do with what you have, and we didn't have it that much, but when we got it, on the counter-attack, we were brilliant. Cazorla's passing was amazing, Arteta was solid as the defensive middle, was getting back to how about the back four. Mertesacker was really good, he handled Suarez pretty well. I mean, a lot of people were worried because we thought that, you know, Suarez with his skill that he could, and his speed, he could get around Mertesacker pretty easily, but he tried that a number of times, and Mertesacker just put the foot out and said, hey, I'm 7 foot, you're 3 foot nothing, I'm going to kill you. And, well, he didn't kill him, but you get what I mean. Another positive for me was Diaby. He was probably my man of the match. Comment below, tell me who you thought your man of the match was. I know a lot of people are going to say Cazorla because he scored, or even Podolski because he scored as well, which is amazing. It just felt so good that the 2 guys that scored, you know, were the 2 new guys, and Giroud just got so close again, but just lacks the finishing touch at the moment. But once it comes, it's just going to start flowing. And I think this is definitely a catalyst for some better things going into the future. We've got the international break coming up, of course, and then we've got Southampton at the Emirates. So hopefully we just continue our good attacking form and we keep scoring. Because a lot of teams have kicked, you know, 6 goals, 7 goals like Man U, but they've only got +1 goal difference, and that's because they've conceded 5. I mean, that's kind of how we were last year. We kicked a lot of goals, but we conceded, but now we're restricting. And I read an article today saying how our defence is just a mean machine, because every time I went in there to the Liverpool box, we just killed that ball. We just got rid of it. There was never any real clear-cut chance for Liverpool until later in the game when, I don't know, we got comfortable after 2 goals up. When it should have, you know, we had some chances to make it, you know, 3, but didn't quite get them. But yeah, our defence was amazing. And that was the main thing for me, that we held up in defence and we just pushed it forward. It all started off as the counter-attack. It seemed a different sort of style from Arsenal to the other games. In the other games we just thought, alright, we'll pass it around, be patient, we dominated possession and then try and find it through. But what we did was kind of use Liverpool's momentum going forward and get them the other way. And that's what shocked their defence, because all their defenders kind of pushed up a little, and once you turn the ball over, and we all know, and you've pushed up, it leaves all the space behind, and we just used that to our advantage. I mean, it was Gerrard's mistake that led to the first goal, and then Podolski got it, passed it to Cazorla, he ran up, faked it, Giroud made a run across the box, so he created space for Podolski, he kept running, did the through ball, and then he just finished it clinically, and it was just a great goal. Then the second goal came in the 67th minute and was a Podolski assist to Cazorla, and although he took a good chance, I feel like Reina could have saved it. I mean, we're very lucky that we got it, and thank you Reina, you champ, but I don't know, I feel like another keeper might have saved it. He kind of got onto it, but then he just let it go through under his left arm and it went back into the net, and he's had a few bad games lately. I think he's done that a couple of times in the past week, that he's let a goal go through when he should have really saved it. I mean, the one against Hearts was kind of the one that stands out for me. He basically had it and it just went through. So I don't know, they might want to, you know, give, I don't know who their second keeper is, but give that guy a go, because we've got Manoni in there, he's our 3rd preference, and I think he's kind of climbing up in the ranking, because he had some decent saves yesterday. Not many as expected, because we kind of held our own in defence, but when they did have a chance on, Downing had a few chances and he saved it. I think Suarez had a couple and he saved them, and he just looked really comfortable. I mean, even when he made a few errors, Vermaelen was already back then, he just cleared it. And then there was one where, I think it was a Downing shot, or Sterling or someone on the edge of the box, and Manoni went to grab it with his chest, and then it kind of just bounced off him, and as soon as it hit the deck, Vermaelen was there and he cleared it between 2 Liverpool players. So that says how we're structured at the back. We're really disciplined and we're really We're really aware of what's going on. I mean, last year that could have been a Liverpool goal, would have bounced off Manoni or Szczesny, and it would have been Suarez tap-in, but the first guy that was there was Vermaelen. And that was the theme throughout the day. Every time a cross went into defence, the header was an Arsenal player, and a lot of the time it was Giroud. He got in the way, and that's what I love. Even though he hasn't done too much in attack just yet, he will, but defensively he can help us a hell of a lot. I mean, how many times did we see Van Persie kind of header it out? Not many. Giroud's getting in the way and he's smashing it out. Same with Vermaelen. He's got captain written all over him. He's a great leader. And Mertesacker with his height as well, that's the advantage he has over Koscielny. Koscielny's more mobile, Mertesacker's good for the set pieces. So it's a hard selection. And Jenkinson, he was brilliant. I mean, he had to deal with some serious pace coming from the Liverpool player that he was on. I think it was Sterling. But yeah, he was great. He could defend as well, but he could attack, and that was the difference. I mean, a lot of the Liverpool players, the right back and left back, they could run forward, but they never ran back as hard as what Jenkinson and Gibbs did. And Gibbs, he had a chance on goal. Actually, both of them. Jenkinson on his left foot outside the box, forced a Reina save, and then the same with Kieran Gibbs, forced a save from Reina. So they could have both had gone on the score sheet. That would have been amazing. To have two new signings and our right back and left back got on the score sheet. That'd be rare. There were a few chances for Liverpool to score. I mean, there were a few penalty calls that weren't given. Mertesacker, the first one, I think it was Sterling or something that got through him, but Mertesacker just put his foot and you could see that he just touched the ball, so that was okay. And apparently Howard Webb didn't even see it anyway because there were a few players in his way. There was another one with Mertesacker involved, apparently holding Suarez. That one, I don't know. On any other day, it could have been given a penalty. The Howard Webb just let it go. I don't know if it was maybe because it was Suarez and he's kind of a bit of a wanker, let's say. And then there was one where Vermaelen kind of got bumped off the ball and he fell down and it hit his upper arm or something. That would have been bullshit to give. It was clearly unintentional and he didn't mean it at all. And I hate those ones where they have nothing else to do, they have nowhere to go and they get hit and then the referee pays it. When you've got, how am I going to dodge that ball, mate? But I'm glad that he let the game go. Howard Webb wasn't too bad yesterday. I mean, I got pissed off at a few weird decisions, but other than that, it was a pretty free-flowing game, so that was good. The biggest positive for me for the game is my man of the match, Diaby. I thought he was brilliant. He was a boss in that midfield. He just got the ball and he had some serious pace on him. And you can see his lanky legs just cutting through the Liverpool defence. I mean, the commentator reckons that, Liverpool had, most of the possession and that means that they're the better team. No way. When we got it, we had it for shorter periods of the game, but when we got it, we just got it and smashed it down the other end and just ripped them apart. But good on Liverpool, they held up, they passed it around, they held possession for a lot of the game and generated some good chances. So yeah, that's my review for the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Arsenal supporters, comment below, tell me what your highlight of the game was and who your man of the match was. My highlight of the game was the first goal. That counter-attack was brilliant. My man of the match was Diaby. Although there were a few there that could have been tied up with him, but I thought Diaby was great. It's only his third game back, his first full game for the year, I think, and he was just in his zone, and he can only get better from here. So, in my last video, the deadline video, I mentioned that we didn't sign anyone, but I can understand why Arsene Wenger's had a lot of faith in Diaby, and I hope that's the same with Wilshere and Sanya and all the guys that are playing it, because once they come back in, that adds some serious depth. Actually, another question for you guys, if you can answer all the ones I'm asking, because I've asked a few. Your best starting lineup for Arsenal, if everyone's fit, what would it be? I think I'll let you know in my next video what my best starting lineup would be. Comment below, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'm not sure when my next Arsenal video will be because it's the international break, but I'll try and keep you guys up to date. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks.